Hello, my quilty friends. It's Stacy of Stacy Creates Stuff, and today we're going to make a quilt in 5 minutes. Now, you may be saying, well, that is just impossible, and you would be correct. And that is because, of course, this video is going to be 5 minutes. However, you can absolutely 100% make it in a weekend. Let's get started. This is a quilt that I have made before on my channel, but I am doing it in an entirely different colorway. So I have an autumn, I have a spring, and this one I'm calling Sea Glass. What you will need are 18 either long quarters. You can do it with fat quarters, but I've just gone ahead and cut long quarters. And at my favorite quilt shop, Vintage Pink and Green, we have this kitted all ready for you to go with long quarters. Now, once you have your 18 pieces, you need to choose 6 that are going to become squares. The other 12 will be cutting into strips. So let's pick the fabric for the squares. So here are the 6 that I have chosen to be the squares. All right, I'm taking my fabrics that I'm going to use for my squares, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these into a total of 6 6.5-inch squares. If you don't have a ruler that is wide enough, 2 rulers work great. And you don't have to have, the second ruler doesn't have to be 24 inches. I just happen to have 2 6 by 24 inch rulers. And I did say 6.5, not 6 1/4. Let's move that over. All right, all the squares are cut. Now we just need to take our other sets of fabric. These are cut into 4 2-inch strips. By the way, if you are using fat quarters, then you would need to cut a total of 8 2-inch strips by the 22-inch width of the fabric. All of our strips, all of our squares. So the squares are ready to place on the design wall. Well, maybe not quite yet because we don't have anything else to put up there, but I don't need to do anything else for them because they're going to be going up as a square onto the design wall. However, the strips are going to be sewn into sets of 4 and kind of randomly. So I could throw these all in a bag and randomly pick them out, but I think I'm just going to randomly grab a strip and then another, then another, and then another. Well, you know how that goes. Now in this one, I have 2 greens that are very similar, but you know what? That's going to be fine. It's going to be great. Let's just sew these 4 strips together. I have sewn pairs of strips together. So I have a whole bunch of 2 strips sewn together. I'm going to go press those, and then we're going to come back and sew so that we have a total of 4 strips in a strip set. And I have all the strip sets pieced together and pressed. Now we are going to trim each of these sets down into 6.5-inch squares. From each strip set, you will need a total of 6 6.5-inch squares. Now, strip sets have this little habit of kind of getting wonky after you cut them, so re-straighten that edge. It's always a good idea to square up your strip set as well. So I had already cut them 6.5 inches this way, and then I'm just making sure that the width of the strips comes out to 6.5. Strip sets have been cut and trimmed, And now I'm going to go ahead and start putting together rows. So across the top, there are 9 blocks, and there will be a total of 12 rows, but my design wall isn't quite big enough. I'm just going to go ahead and do some block sections at a time. I am going to essentially make a 9 patch with 3 blocks by 3 rows, and I will put those together, and then I'll be able to lay out the whole quilt. We're pretty close to it. And here we have the finished quilt. I chose a quilt pattern that looks like sea glass. Kits are available for this quilt from my favorite quilt shop, Vintage Pink and Green. Check out the description below, and don't forget to subscribe.